which two would you hit? This one and this one seems like...
And I really like this one too.
Expectations?
Expectations.
Okay, cool.
So,
You're the therapist.
alright.
I'm the submissive.
Actually, I'm not your therapist, I'm your coach.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So let's start there. What are your expectations of me? Alright, so we're going to go through this demo, and we're going to assume the ones we haven't circled, so we'll assume confidentiality, we'll assume the others. So, guy just shows up, and first time we've met each other, and what's your brief profile? You want to say a couple words? From the Midwest?
Yeah, we've been working together for a few years, and now you're coaching me.
We've been working together in construction or something? It's...
Yeah, I'll be Guy.
Alright. I like to get hammed up here. Alright, anyway. Alright, here we go. So, Guy, this is the first time we've met in this kind of way. I'm curious, as we're going deeper here, what are some of your expectations for me as your coach? To really get the value that you're wanting to get in this process. What's really going to have you get what you're wanting?
That's actually a good question. I think that what I want from you, or what I expect, it feels weird to say expectations. I'm just noticing that. It feels easier to say what I want. But I'll put it in terms of expectations. What I expect from you is to get to the deeper cut of the matter. I want to go as deep as possible, even when I don't want to. And so I guess what I'm expecting is really for you to, when I'm doing the thing that I either know I am or don't know that I'm doing, that has me not do the thing that I really want to do, which is go take the deepest cut, I want you to support me to go there.
Great. So what I'm hearing is you're wanting me, the second I sense anything that's not being addressed, felt, seen, avoided, what have you, if I sense there's another level from whatever you're sharing, there's a whole nother level there, you want me to name that and to actually support you in dropping down there. That's what you're wanting from me, and that's what you expect of me, actually, to get what you're wanting. Okay. How would I know that that's happening? How would I know that there's another layer? What would I see in you to know that? From what you know of yourself.
I think it's like any place where it looks like I'm over-efforting. I think that's the telltale sign for me that there's something I'm not facing that's driving me. So there's a certain drive and over-effort that I go into that I found is a lot of times behind that is like there's something there that I haven't faced.
And when that's happening, do your eyes get kind of squinty and you get the creases in your forehead when you're efforting, just like right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you doing that right now? A little bit.
It apparently seems like.
Okay, cool. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
And so just a sense that even as we're going through this, we can circle our client in this process.
That was a trip. That actually had my stomach go, whoa, 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 whoa.
So every moment is alive to work with and to drop down the rabbit hole, and you can give them what they're wanting right away. So that's the value of going through this. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh, do I want that?
Do I really
want that?
And now what I want to ask you is, what are some of your expectations of yourself? If you're really going to get what you're wanting from this experience, what do you expect from yourself?
I would say that my expectation is, what's that saying? Like, you can give somebody a fish, or you can teach them to...
You can keep giving them fish, or you can actually teach them how to fish.
Yeah. That I come from that where I'm coming from is to learn how to fish.
Got it. So I might have some insights or some tools or techniques that can serve you, and that's great. but you really want to learn how to embody this new way of being, this shift in your life.
Yeah.
Not just get a cool new information, which can be helpful too, but that's not really what you're after. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
And so it's important to keep paraphrasing what they're saying.
Just like you'll be doing all the last, well, by the
And
time you
weekend
watch this
too.
weekend, right?
Yeah.
What you've been doing for hours. You want to do that throughout this
So
whole thing.
you'll notice every time I'll stop and I'll just make sure I got what he's saying, and if I'm off at all, he'll let me know. And then I'll just probably throw in, and by the way, I have some expectations of myself too, and I expect that I'm going to show up on time. I expect that I'm going to bring my best every session, and I want you to challenge me too. If you feel like I'm slouching off, or I'd rather be somewhere else, or someone else, let me know. Speak to me, and we'll go from there. So I'm inviting them to. It's a two-way street, and this is different than actually a lot of therapy, where a lot of therapy is more like a one-way street, versus coaching. Where therapy, I'm often, not all therapies, but I'm often more the authority figure, and maybe I'm just receiving the transference, but I'm not sharing my own counter-transference or my projections.
Yeah.
So it's really a two-way relation. So it's an actual relationship. That's what we're doing here in coaching. We're establishing a relationship that goes both ways. So it keeps me alive, because then I gotta stay on my toes as a coach, and I gotta embody what I'm offering, also. Okay.
And also, really, and especially with our work, we're playing a role, but it's important that we be ourselves in that role. So if actually they want an expectation and you don't want it, you don't want to attain to it, you really be straight with that.
That's right.
And so we need to work something else out here. How can we come to terms with this?
Exactly.
And that in itself can be grand.
Thanks for saying that. That's important. It's not like we say yes to all their expectations. This is a real-time, real-life situation here that we are working. So that's okay. And then we drop down a little bit to level of honesty and transparency. So what level of honesty or transparency do you think is really going to serve you?
That is the most as possible. And I think that I sometimes won't know when I'm not.
Right.
Now, actually, I don't think that I know that. That I won't know sometimes that I'm not being transparent.
Okay.
But absolute, total transparency.
Cool. I appreciate that. So you're just wanting complete transparency, and if I get a sense.
Actually, this is one of my expectations. I realize is that if you sense that whatever way, I'm sure you'll have your magic powers of being able to pick up that stuff with me. I would love it if you would do the thing that would have me feel the most uncomfortable in that moment.
And just so I'm clear, how could that look like for you, or how do you want me to work with you in that way? If somehow I feel like, okay, Guy's not being totally transparent here, how do you want me to work with you in that way? What's your sense? It's going to serve you.
You know what? The thing, I know what wouldn't, is if there was any sense of being made wrong. So I would say that what would probably work best for me is for you to just own, like, I'm sensing or wondering, is there a deeper cut here that maybe you're not saying?
Got it.
That maybe you don't know about.
Got it. So,
but if you were to just own your own experience of it,
yes,
that would be a lot. I think I would relax into that a lot more.
Got it. So for you to really relax, it's about me staying on my side of the street and owning my experience, and then checking out if that's actually happening over there or not.